Hello, you lovely people. Are you ready to delve back into some forest gnomes? I think this is going to definitely be the last one for this wee accordion journal. Now, I've done some bits since you last saw it, and we're going to finish it off. I don't think I've done anything to the front page. I added another couple of mushrooms down here just because this started tilting that way because it didn't have anything to stop it going down in this bit, so I've done that. I've put this little stamp on here. These are not part of the kit, but they are available separately from Karin's store, and there's 2 pages of stamps. There's this page which has been franked, and there's a page without the franks on. This is half size. As you can see, this is half the size, but you can get these from Karin's shop. It's a kind of, they go with the kit, although they're not part of the kit. So I stuck a wee stamp on there. I dug them out for another reason you'll see later on, and then I thought, oh, I'll stick a stamp on there as well. I've added this Forest Magic on the bottom here. That was what it is. Oh no, you didn't, because he's painting the mushrooms. And this is, I see another stamp on there. This is his invitation to take part in the mushroom competition. So that's that. I added a bit of, now this, one of the things I do when and I've got lots of ends bits of kit. Sometimes I weave them together, and sometimes I just get my die cut out, and you see this is, but once they're done I can tell where it's from because I know what I did, but actually it's very hard to tell what it's from, and it means the colours still go with the page. I just felt this page wanted something on it because there was nothing on this page and nothing on this page. I wanted something on it. Right, this is his invitation, which hasn't got the invitation in because it's a journal card, and I've also cut out this, and this is there's 2 of these, and these aren't in the kit either. However, you can get these free by going and joining Karin's Facebook page. The link is down below. This is one of her freebie Fridays, and even though you weren't in the group when this freebie Friday was offered, you can still get your hands on it because all of Karin's freebie Fridays are still available in the group. So you can still get your hand on these 2. They come as a pair. I'm not going to use that because the butterfly just doesn't go. It's not quite the right colours, and it just doesn't go. There's no other well, there is that lovely butterfly, but I just thought, oh, that mushroom can go in here, so that's in there as well. I added It Feels Good to Be Gnome and some leaves on this back page. We're going to do something on here. That's going to stay as it is. That's okay. We've got something to do on here. I add own your dreams because he's sleeping. I did my fireflies. There we go. That's as it was before. We've got, I put a wee pocket in here and a wee journaling card with an owl delivering another of the envelopes. And this is actually this is one of the stamps. This is why I went and got this stamp, because although it's not an envelope, it is the stamp. It's the kind of right size to be an envelope in his beak for delivering. And the owl is also from Karin. It's not part of the kit, but I did find that owl is one of Karin's tribe kits. I've paid for the tribe kits. I've paid for the stamps. It's only this wee Woodland kit I got for free, but so this actually was there, and I just thought, oh, I'll use that one, because as soon as I found it, I thought, well, there we go, I found an owl. So I've done that. That's just as it was before, and we're going to finish this one off, and we need to sort that one out. Right, so let's start by telling you about the other freebie. Again, on Karin's Facebook page, if you go into her past Friday freebies, you will find these 4 bookmarks. And again, I've printed them half size. One of the things you will discover if you're new to the channel is I'm a great one for changing the size of what things have been printed. I'm a great one for printing on coffee dyed paper or tea dyed paper. So these are half size, which is what I wanted for this. These 2, I think that's the order they're in. I seem to remember that's the order they're in. These 2 are beside each other on the 4, so I didn't take them apart. They're still joined together. Folded them inside together, added some papers, then just put a bit of sari silk down the back and added sing and dance. So this is the dance moves for shouting out the dozy do's and the song words for the songs for the dance of the gnomes mushroom festival. So let's put that in that wee back pocket. This one here, I'm going to put that in there. Then we have this one here, and this is Mr. Frog. Mr. Frog is practicing he's going to do a bit of singing. Maybe he's the caller. In fact, should we say he's the caller? So he's practicing his singing because he sings along as well, but he also calls out the tune. And what I've done is I've stamped some musical notes just with this is a very generic stamp. Stamped some musical notes just to kind of give it a bit more interest. I used some embossing glaze on the mushroom just to give it a lift. Rounded the corners, inked it up, put a bit of paper on the back. So that's kind of that's that one done, and that's going to go in. Where's the, here we go. Just going to keep that in there. Oh, and I stamped a couple of flowers, and that should keep that in there pretty much. Yeah, it will do. You just push it up in there. So that's that one. Now this one, what we're going to do with this one is, can I remember? I can remember. We're going to turn this one. I need my cutting mat. Now if you have a die cut, you could use a die cut. I've got a die cut. I could use a die cut, but I thought what I'd do rather than use a die cut is I'd show you how to do it without a die cut. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a 4 ticket out of this, and I'm going to start by, oh, there's a white bit there, so I think actually what I'm going to start by doing is just trimming off that white bit. I did just print the blank page on the back of it, but clearly it didn't quite work. I'm going to fold this in half. And then I'm going to take my little, I've got this little 1/2-inch punch, and I'm going to do a 1/4 corner out that, 1/4 corner out that, 1/4 corner out that, 1/4 corner out that. Then I'm going to shut these in half and do a 1/4 corner out of that and a 1/4 corner out of that. And then when I open that up, that'll be for the, it's maybe not quite a quarter. Didn't quite get that as a 1/4. I don't really want to do a half this way, but maybe I should, just to make that look right, because I didn't quite get that right. Don't know why I just didn't do a half anyway, but hey ho, said Anthony Rowley. Right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an awl, and along that crease line, which I can see better from this side, I'm just going to put a series of holes. And then I'm going to get, I've got to remember and do them this side so that they, this side. Oops. There we go. I should have sorted this out beforehand. Okay, I love these. I keep saying I'm going to buy myself another set because I keep on being in situations where, like this one, I can't actually do the whole thing in a one-out because I don't have enough, in this case, E's. I've only got 2 E's and I need 3. But let's start with the number 1 because what this, oh no, in fact, let's not start with the number 1. Let's start with oops, not round the right way, beer, because that's going to be at the bottom. And these are tokens for your lichen beer. So 2 tokens for your lichen beer. And then you have to start paying for it. Right, so that's that. And then your mushroom wine, you've got to pay for all of that because that's the dangerous stuff. They're not going to encourage you to have too much of that. But that's it. So lichen, just going to fit in. I should have checked that before I started, shouldn't I? That was a bit late if that hadn't fitted in. Let's put that in there. I could have got out my letter set and done this because they're smaller letters, but I wanted to use these because it just gives it a more there we are with my sound effects again. And it's 1. So that's a couple of tokens for lichen beer. Right. And we're going to put them in, there we go. I'm going to put them under this. So that's the tokens for the lichen beer, and we've also done the song book with the dance steps, and this is a bookmark with the caller and singer of the things. So that's that done. I've done the card. I needed to, I'm just going to push all these out the way. I'll tidy it all up in a bit, but I don't want to be tidying up while you, well, I'm going to open this out. This is why these are such a good thing to have, because you can, even, I don't know about you, but if I sew my signatures in first, I then struggle to get things in my pages. Look, this is my junk July journal, and see, trying to now do anything on any of these pages, it's really difficult. It really, because then everything kind of moves. I'm going to do a flip through that once I've finished. I'll do a flip through that and put it on YouTube. I do that on Instagram. I post that on Instagram. So if you want to see those as I'm going along, you'll find the link to my Instagram account below. Right, let's do what I was going to do here though, which was books. Now, I decided he was the librarian, and we gave him his book so he could come and tell the stories at the dance. And I want to do this shelf of books behind him, maybe 3 shelves, 1, 2. If I do them up to that light, I'm not bothered about them going over because they could still hang over that anyway. Moved up to that light, so 1, 2, 3 shelves of books. That doorway is not being used any longer because it's a bookshelf. But because we've got this image here, it's going to be quite tricky to do this. Oh no, it's not. I can hear you saying, oh no, it's not. Make a mask, Kirstin. Funny you should say that. That's exactly what I have. Here we go. So let's just put that down. Hadn't noticed I'd lost his tootsies. Right. Hold that in place, and we're going to put the first lot underneath the lights. See, that's the problem, because that's now got 3 layers, of course, so it's not very. Yet again, if only this is where you get to learn from my mistakes, because if only I can do that in there because of don't want to go over the edge of the page. I can double print in the middle because that's not staying. If I'd thought about this beforehand, of course, I could have done it before I'd put down the extra layer of the sleeves. That one's better because I printed it, pushed it down further because I realised my error. See, and you don't notice. I'm just wondering whether to try and redo that first half. I'm not going to try and reprint it, because if I try and reprint it, I'll end up shadow printing, but I might go over it with a pen once I've. So let's put a different selection of books in this time. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. It's just to make it look more kind of librarian-y, more like a library. That would be the easier way of saying that, wouldn't it, Kirstin? More like a library. Oh, I've got that in there. Let's just. So we've done that. We've done that. We've done that. Is that everything done now? We've done that. No, we've got one more thing to do, I think. Let's just go through. That's done, that's done, that's done, that's done. There's still nothing on that page, and I've hummed and hawed, and I just can't think of anything for that page. So I'm quite happy to leave it, but I haven't actually put this anyway. And I could put that. I did wonder about putting that. Shall I just do that? Shall I just do that? You know what, I'm just going to do that. Let's just put that on there, because I've hummed and hawed a couple of times about putting it on there, because it's another envelope, and it's another one that could have his, this one could have his invitation in, because he's not got his invitation yet. That's why he's looking kind of melancholy, because his invitation hasn't arrived yet, and he's looking, and I've only got a red mushroom, and I've not received an invitation. and the world, nobody loves me. I'm a gnome and nobody loves me. Shall we have a foxy invitation for him? Let's have a foxy invitation for him. Or actually, no, I don't want to do a foxy invitation. I want to do the wood. Let's do the wood invitation for him. There we go. So he's got his invitation now. We want to put a stamp on that as well. What stamp shall we put on? Oh look, there he is on the stamp. Let's do a stamp that he's on it, because then that's like, oh, it's my invitation because it's got my stamp on it. Then he knows it's his invitation and he no longer feels as if he's been forgotten. He feels really special because it's even got a stamp with him on it. Do you think that's going to make him suddenly smile? He looks quite a grumpy gnome, this one. Do you think he's grumpy because actually he lives in that cave and it's getting all wet in that cave at the moment? Do you think that's why he's grumpy? I can't help myself giving everybody a backstory. Right, there we go. Look, there's your invitation, and look, it's got your stamp on it. Smile. All right, don't. Okay, the foxy's on there. We've got our lichen beer tokens. We've got this one has his invite. He's also got a bit to write on is there as well. Feels good to be gnome. This one's got to be done, and this one, if I can find the bit, here it is. This is the other side of this, so this was printed at quarter. And what we're going to do with this, I want to see where it fits in the, I couldn't even remember where the edge of the page, the edge of the pocket was then. Let's see how far this goes in the pocket. I can't make up my mind whether that I want that sticking out of that pocket or not. But this is going to be, and there we go, you can see I'm printing menu. So this is going to be the menu for the ball. And I've just remembered something else. I forgot to do something, so I'll clean that in a second because I'm trying to get this done. Right, let's do the thing I forgot to do first, because that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Well, let me do this thing first. I'm going to use this little innie. Oh, I could have used this for my tickets. I never thought of that. And you could use your round punch if you don't. I think do the bigger one actually. I just feel that that's better. I feel that makes it look more menu-y if it's got those bits coming in. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Who knows indeed. Right, let's take those out. And I wanted to round off the corners of the little of this. I wanted to round off the corners of this book. There we go. There we go. There's still plenty of room in this because like that's all writing space, so that I have taken up some of the writing space, but I still left writing space, and I provided other places like this because I'm not actually going to put the menu on the back here. I'm just going to leave it like that. Well, I'm actually going to put I'm pretty sure I still have here it is. So I want to take that Dance of the Gnomes and put that in there. This is the mushrooms I cut out of, I had 2 of these belly bands and I cut the mushrooms out for there. But I want to use that so you can see it's the Dance of the Gnomes menu. Trim it up. There you go. So that's the Dance of the Gnomes menu, and it's giving more writing space. I could write the whole menu out on the front here, but actually I don't think the menu would be written on the front. I think it's like it's a proper, maybe I should have made it a proper booklet one. Well, too late now, Kirstin. You could make yours a proper booklet one if you do a Dance of the Gnomes. Espresso truffle has finally given up the ghost, so I'm now on some walnut today. So that goes in. That goes in this one. So that's the menu for the Dance of the Gnomes. I think I've finished. That's the last wee bit. A simple sari silk tie round with an owl charm on the end, and I just made the sari silk into a loop so that you could just tie it round. We'll have one last wee look through. We've got the front cover with its wee butterfly. We've got the sticking tongue out, I'm not going. And we've got the invite to the ball and this wolf journaling card. Gnome is where the heart is. There's a wee paper clip with this hidden journaling spot inside, folded away. And 2 housey journaling cards, another invite to the gnome for the blue mushroom competition, and he's turning his mushrooms blue with his paint gun. Oh no, you didn't. I think you did, you know. And then we have this gnome, and his invite is in this envelope. A wee bit of decoration here. We have 2 tickets for Lichen Beer, and this is the hall where the dance is going to take place. And of course Lichen Beer that's what they really like. The mushroom wine is a wee bit strong for most of the gnomes. We've got his invitation in this pocket along with a mushroom postcard. This one, it feels good to be gnome. Maybe this is after the ball and you're just pleased to be back home again with the fireflies dancing in the background. We have our menu, and this is the hall. We've got, this is the other side of that hidden paper clip, and this one's practicing the music, and we've got the caller here who's also practicing his singer on his little card. This one's dreaming of getting to the ball. And we have this tag that sits between these 2 houses. This wee double tag with a wee tag on it as well. And then, oh yes, and we took this mushroom out, and I've stuck this mushroom back down here. And we've got these 2 with the fox with the envelope and another foxy inside it, and the top one has the owl delivering yet another invitation to the ball in between the houses. And this is the librarian with the stories of the forest folk. He's carrying the stories of the forest folk to the ball, where they'll be read out to remind everybody of the things, the great things people did in the past, and all these books behind him. And you can see out the window. Then we've got this, oh, that's what I forgot to say, oh, these fireflies as well. We've got this one here, and then this is the last of the bookmarks that I rejigged, and that is the sing and dance. It's got the dance chants and the singing words, and we're back to the beginning, and we can fasten it back up again, put that round here, and that's the forest gnomes. Thank you so much for joining me on this, my first design team product for Kreativ Paper Artisan. You should find all the details below. If there's anything that I've not written down below that you're interested in, just put it in the comments and I'll answer it there. I've got another project with this kit I'm going to do before the end of the month, so look out for that. But until then, thank you so much for watching. You take care. Keep crafting. Bye for now.